Success doesn't chase you, it's drawn to you. Like a magnet pulling iron from the earth, success seeks those who radiate purpose, who burn with conviction, who embody the rare alchemy of mind and action. The world is a vast ocean of possibility, but most drift through it, hoping for waves to carry them to shore. Not you. You're here because something inside you refuses to settle, a voice that whispers you were born for more. Napoleon Hill saw this spark in the eyes of giants like Carnegie, Edison, and Ford. Ordinary souls who became extraordinary by becoming the kind of person success can't resist. They didn't wait for luck. They forged themselves into a force. That attracted it. This is your call to do the same. Become the person who attracts success, and the world will bend to meet you. Success isn't a destination. It's a state of being. It's not about what you have, but who you are. Hill spent a lifetime decoding the secrets of those who rose above the crowd, and he found one truth at the core of every triumph. Success flows to those who align their thoughts, actions, and spirits with their highest purpose. The wealthy, the influential, the fulfilled, they aren't chosen by fate. They choose themselves day after day by sculpting their minds, sharpening their focus, and acting with unrelenting resolve. Right now, the universe is watching, not to judge, but to respond. Will you remain a bystander, or will you become the person who commands success? The power is yours, but it begins with a decision to transform, to rise, to become. Imagine standing on a mountaintop, the wind roaring, the world stretching endlessly below. From here, you see not just where you are, but where you could be. That's the vantage point of success, not a place you reach, but a perspective you earn. Hill called it definiteness of purpose, the burning clarity that separates dreamers from doers. Andrew Carnegie didn't just want wealth. He became the person who attracted it, forging a mind of steel to match his empire. Harriet Tubman didn't just seek freedom. She became the beacon that drew it to others, her courage a magnet for liberation. Success isn't out there, waiting to be found. It's within you, waiting to be unleashed. But to unleash it, you must become someone new, someone who doesn't just chase success, but pulls it towards you like a force of nature. This transformation starts in your mind. Your thoughts are the architects of your reality, the unseen hands that shape your destiny. Most people falter here, letting their minds become a storm of doubt, fear, and distraction. They dwell on what's missing, what's broken, what's impossible. But you can choose differently. You can forge your mind into a fortress, a place where possibility thrives and purpose takes root. Hill's philosophy wasn't about wishful thinking. It was about mastering your thoughts to attract the life you desire. He saw it in Thomas Edison, whose mind didn't dwell on 10,000 failures, but on the one success that lit the world. Your mind is your first frontier. Will you let it sabotage you, or will you mold it into a magnet for success? Becoming the person who attracts success begins with belief. Belief in your purpose, your potential, your right to rise. Without belief, your efforts are scattered, your dreams mere shadows. Hill taught that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. This isn't poetry, it's a law of human potential. Belief is what carried Henry Ford through the mockery of those who called his automobile a pipe dream. They saw a fool, Ford saw a future. His belief wasn't a wish, it was a conviction, a refusal to accept limits. That's the belief you must summon now. Doubt will come, whispering that you're not enough, that success is for others, that your moment has passed. Silence it. Choose to believe. Because belief is the spark that transforms you into someone success seeks. Belief is your foundation, but it must be built on clarity. Success doesn't flow to the vague or the aimless. It's drawn to those who know exactly what they want and why. Hill's principle of a definite major purpose is your compass, guiding every thought, every action, every choice. Steve Jobs didn't just want to build technology. He became the person who attracted success by defining a crystal clear vision to reshape how humanity creates and connects. His clarity wasn't a vague hope. It was a blueprint, every product a step toward a transformed world. To attract success, you must cut through the fog of distraction, social media, opinions, the endless noise of modern life. Step back. Ask yourself, what do I truly desire? Not what others expect, not what's safe, but what sets my soul ablaze. Write it down, make it specific. If it's wealth, how much? If it's impact, for whom? If it's creation, what kind? Clarity is the signal that success hears. Clarity demands courage because it forces you to face the unknown. It means saying no to the comfortable, the familiar, the easy. Most people shrink here, clinging to predictability, trading their potential for the illusion of security. But security is a myth. The only true security lies in becoming the person who attracts success, in knowing that no matter what comes, you have the power to shape your path. Hill said every adversity carries the seed of an equivalent advantage. Clarity helps you find that seed, revealing the opportunity hidden in the obstacle, the path through the storm. When Walt Disney faced bankruptcy and betrayal, he didn't cling to what was. He became someone new, a visionary who attracted success by acting on a dream that seemed impossible. Your clarity is your power. Let it guide you, and success will follow. Now let that clarity ignite your purpose. Purpose is the fire in your core, the why that drives you when logic says quit. It's what kept Nelson Mandela unbroken through 27 years of imprisonment. He didn't just want freedom, he became the person who attracted it. His purpose, a beacon. That drew a nation toward justice. Your purpose doesn't need to be that grand, but it must be yours. It's the answer to the question, why am I here? What mark do I want to leave? Hill believed purpose is born from desire, refined by belief and directed by clarity. It's the thread that weaves your thoughts, actions, and dreams into a tapestry of success. When you live with purpose, you don't just chase success. You become the kind of person it seeks, a force that draws opportunity like a magnet. Purpose is your flame, but discipline is the steel that keeps it burning. Without discipline, even the brightest purpose fades into ash. Discipline is the bridge between wanting and having, the daily commitment to become the person success demands. Look at Michael Jordan, whose talent was undeniable, but whose greatness was forged in the gym long before dawn, when no one watched. He didn't just practice, he obsessed. He didn't just play, he perfected. Discipline was his edge, the difference between good and legendary. Hill called it organized effort, the ability to align your actions with your purpose day after day, no matter the cost. Become disciplined, because discipline is the foundation of the person who attracts success. Discipline isn't glamorous. It's not a montage of triumphant moments. It's the quiet grind, the choice to act when you'd rather rest. Most people fail here waiting for motivation, for the perfect mood, for a sign. But the greats, they act. They know that motivation follows action, not the other way around. You don't feel like the person who attracts success. You act your way into becoming them. Start small. Master one habit, one routine, one choice. Wake up an hour earlier. Write one page. Run 1 mile. These aren't just tasks. They're declarations of transformation. Each act of discipline shapes you, proving you can become someone new. Hill studied men like Rockefeller, who didn't just work hard. They worked smart with systems that made success inevitable. That's discipline, not a single act, but a way of being. Discipline fuels action, the raw force that turns purpose into reality. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It's drawn to those who move. Hill's philosophy wasn't about dreaming. It was about doing. Consider Elon Musk, who doesn't just envision a future on Mars. He builds rockets, fails, learns, and builds again. He became the person who attracts success by acting relentlessly, each step a magnet for opportunity. Action isn't reckless, it's deliberate, a choice to move toward your purpose, no matter the obstacles. Become the person who acts, because action is the signal that success responds to. Action requires courage, because every move invites risk, failure, rejection, ridicule. The world loves to mock those who dare greatly, but in action, that's the true risk, the slow poison of regret that haunts you in quiet moments. Hill said opportunity often comes disguised as hard work, wrapped in uncertainty. When you act, you meet it head on. You don't need to know every step, just the next one, take it. Trust that the path will reveal itself as you move. Action is the proof of your transformation, the evidence that you're becoming the person success seeks. Think of Oprah Winfrey, who didn't just dream of impact, she acted. Building a legacy, step by step, her courage drawing success like a flame draws moths. As you act, cultivate gratitude, a deep, transformative force that shifts your perspective. Gratitude isn't just about appreciating what you have. It's about seeing the world as abundant, not scarce. It's what kept Oprah grounded as she rose from poverty to global influence. She didn't focus on what she lacked. She gave thanks for what she had. Her voice, her vision, her resilience. Gratitude turned her pain into power, her struggles into stories that inspired millions. Become the person who is grateful, because gratitude makes you a magnet for success, attracting opportunities where others see obstacles. Gratitude keeps you humble, reminding you that no one succeeds alone. Hill's mastermind principle is about surrounding yourself with those who lift you higher. Be grateful for them, the mentors, the allies, the ones who challenge you to grow. Be grateful for the challenges that shape you, the failures that teach you, the moments that remind you you're alive. Gratitude doesn't weaken your ambition. It amplifies it, grounding you in purpose while keeping your eyes on the stars. When you act with gratitude, you become someone success can't ignore, a person whose energy draws abundance. But the path to becoming that person isn't linear. It twists, it turns, it demands adaptability. The world changes faster than you can plan, and clinging to a rigid vision will leave you lost. Adaptability is the art of evolving while staying true to your purpose. Walt Disney faced bankruptcy and betrayal, but he became the person who attracted success by pivoting, acting on a new dream that built an empire of imagination. Adaptability isn't compromise, it's intelligence in action. Become adaptable, because success flows to those who move with the world, not against it. To be adaptable, you must embrace uncertainty. The unknown isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. Hill believed every challenge carries a lesson, every failure a seed of opportunity. When plans collapse, when doors close, don't freeze, pivot. Ask, what can I learn here? How can I grow? What new path is opening? Adaptability is the courage to let go of what was and seize what could be. It's what turned a garage startup into Apple, a scribbled idea into Amazon. Become the person who adapts, because action in the face of uncertainty is the mark of someone success seeks. And when the world knocks you down, and it will, resilience is what pulls you back up. Resilience isn't just surviving, it's thriving in the face of adversity. It's what carried Muhammad Ali through exile, injury, and doubt to reclaim his crown. It's what drove Malala Yousafzai to speak louder after a bullet tried to silence her. Resilience is the refusal to let pain define you, to let failure have the final word. Hill saw it in every success story, the ability to rise again and again, no matter the odds. Become resilient, because resilience makes you a magnet for success, a person who turns setbacks into comebacks. Build resilience by embracing failure as a teacher, not a tyrant. Every scar is a lesson. Every setback is a setup for a breakthrough. Train your mind to see challenges as temporary, not terminal. Hill's principle of persistence is the heartbeat of resilience. Keep acting, keep learning, keep growing. Surround yourself with a mastermind group, people who challenge you, support you, and remind you of your purpose when the world feels heavy. Resilience isn't about never falling. It's about choosing to stand every single time. When you rise with resilience, you become the kind of person success can't resist. Learning is the fuel of resilience. The greats never stopped learning, not from books, not from mentors, not from life itself. Hill spent his life studying success, decoding the patterns of Carnegie's ambition, Edison's persistence, Ford's innovation. You too must become a student of life. Read voraciously, seek mentors, study your failures. The world is a classroom, and every moment is a lesson if you're willing to learn. Knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is. Become the person who learns, because learning shapes you into someone success seeks, a mind that attracts opportunity. Through wisdom, as you learn, you grow, and as you grow, you see the world differently. You see patterns where others see chaos, possibilities where others see walls. This is the essence of Hill's philosophy. A mind trained to attract success becomes a lens that reveals the hidden opportunities in every moment. It's what allowed Jeff Bezos to see a bookstore as the seed of a global empire. What let Serena Williams turn a tennis court into a stage for greatness. Your mind is your greatest asset, but only if you shape it with intention. Become the person who thinks with purpose, because your thoughts are the magnets that draw success to you. Now let's talk about legacy. Becoming the person who attracts success isn't just about you. It's about the mark you leave on the world. Every thought you nurture, every action you take, every obstacle you overcome ripples outward, touching lives you may never know. Hill didn't just study success for himself. He shared it, leaving a blueprint that's inspired millions. Your legacy is the sum of who you become, the impact of your courage, the echo of your purpose. What will yours be? Will it be a life of quiet resignation or one that inspires others to rise? Become the person who builds a legacy, because success flows to those whose lives leave a lasting light. Legacy begins with service. Hill believed true success comes from giving more than you take, from lifting others as you climb. Look at Mother Teresa, whose life was a testament to service, or Elon Musk, whose ventures aimed to solve humanity's greatest challenges. They became people who attracted success by acting for a greater good. Service doesn't mean sacrificing your dreams. It means aligning them with impact. When your purpose serves others, you become a magnet for success, because the world rallies behind those who give. Become the person who serves, and success will find you. But legacy also demands boldness. You must dare to think big, to become someone who attracts success by refusing to play small. Hill called it thinking and growing. Rich, not just in wealth, but in influence, in meaning, in impact. Don't shrink your vision to fit the world's expectations. Expand it. Act on it. Steve Jobs didn't settle for better computers. He became the person who reshaped human potential. His boldness drew success on a scale few can match. What's your bold vision? What's the impossible you'll become to achieve? Become the person who dares, because success is attracted to those who dream beyond limits. As you dare, guard your mind against the thieves of time, procrastination, distraction, negativity. The world is designed to pull you off course, to drown your focus in a sea of noise. Social media, endless notifications, the chatter of naysayers, they're all vying for your attention. But your attention is your power. Become the person who guards it fiercely. Hill's principle of concentration, focusing your mind like a laser, separates those who wish from those who attract. Say no to what doesn't serve your purpose. Protect your time like a treasure, because every second you waste is a second stolen from your destiny. And as you protect your time, invest it wisely. Build systems, not just dreams. Hill studied men like Rockefeller, who didn't just act. They became people who attracted success by creating structures that multiplied their efforts. A system is a habit, a routine, a way of organizing your life to make success inevitable. Write daily, exercise consistently, review your goals weekly. These aren't chores, they're the scaffolding of greatness. Systems shape you into someone success seeks, a person whose habits align with their purpose. Become the person who builds systems, because consistent action is the foundation of transformation. Now, let's talk about faith, not in a religious sense, but in the unshakable trust in your ability to become the person who attracts success. Hill called it the subconscious mind, the deep reservoir where purpose and belief take root. Faith is what carried Harriet Tubman through the darkness, her actions drawing freedom to others. It's what drove Martin Luther King Jr. to become a beacon of hope in a divided world. Faith is the quiet certainty that your efforts are building something greater, even when the world doubts you. Become the person who believes, because faith makes you a magnet for success. Feed your faith daily. Visualize your success, not as a fantasy, but as a reality you're becoming. Hill's autosuggestion is mental training, shaping your mind to attract the life you desire. Picture yourself as the person who draws success, confident, purposeful, unstoppable. Feel the weight of achievement, the joy of impact, the pride of transformation. Let that vision sink into your subconscious, guiding your actions like a hidden current. Faith doesn't erase doubt. It overpowers it. Become the person who acts with faith, because every step you take in belief is a step toward your destiny. But faith must be matched with effort. The universe doesn't reward those who wait. It rewards those who become. Hill's principle of going the extra mile means acting beyond what's expected, not for applause, but for excellence. It's what set Fred Rogers apart, a man who didn't just host a show, but became a person whose kindness drew millions. It's what makes a teacher stay late, a founder innovate, an artist inspire. Become the person who goes the extra mile, because that's where success finds its home. And as you act, expect to attract. Hill's law of attraction isn't mysticism, it's cause and effect. What you focus on expands. Focus on lack, and you draw scarcity. Focus on abundance, and opportunities multiply. This isn't about wishing. It's about becoming someone whose thoughts, actions, and energy align with success. When you radiate purpose, confidence, and value, the world responds. Doors open. Allies appear. Success becomes inevitable. Become the person who expects, because expectation is the magnet that draws your dreams to life. But becoming that person means embracing struggle. The path is not easy, nor should it be. Struggle is the crucible where transformation happens, where you become the person success seeks. Hill saw it in every titan, Edison's relentless experiments, Carnegie's unyielding ambition, Lincoln's unbreakable resolve. They didn't avoid struggle. They became through it, each challenge shaping them into someone stronger. Your struggles aren't punishments. They're invitations to grow. Each one asks, who will you become? How fiercely will you rise? Answer, by becoming resilient, adaptable, and purposeful, because struggle is the forge of success. And as you rise, surround yourself with those who amplify your transformation. Hill's mastermind principle is about aligning with souls who share your fire, who challenge you to become more. Think of the Wright brothers, who became the people who attracted success by acting together to defy gravity. Their purpose wasn't just flight. It was proving possibility. Your mastermind is your tribe, your counsel, your mirror. Choose them wisely. They'll remind you to become the person you're meant to be when doubt creeps in, and they'll celebrate your victories as their own. Become the person who connects, because success is drawn to those who build with others. Action is your declaration. It's the proof that you're becoming the person who attracts success. Hill believed every action you take shapes your reality, that every step forward is a magnet for opportunity. Look at J.K. Rowling typing in a cold cafe, rejected by publisher after publisher. She didn't wait for approval. She became someone who drew success by acting on her story, her persistence a beacon for millions. Your actions don't need to be grand. They need to be yours. Become the person who acts, because consistency is the rhythm that success follows. But action requires sacrifice. It means letting go of excuses, distractions, the need to be perfect. Hill's principle of sacrifice isn't about loss. It's about prioritizing what matters. Thomas Edison sacrificed sleep, comfort, and approval to become the person who lit the world. What will you sacrifice? What habits, fears, or comforts will you release to become someone new? Become the person who chooses, because sacrifice is the price of transformation. And as you sacrifice, embrace persistence. Hill saw it as the cornerstone of success, the ability to act day after day despite setbacks. Persistence is what kept Lincoln running for office after loss. It's what drove Marie Curie to become a pioneer through years of grueling research. Persistence isn't about never tiring. It's about becoming someone who acts despite weariness. Become the person who persists, because every action you take builds momentum, and momentum is the force that attracts success. Action also demands focus. The world is a storm of distractions, pulling you from your path with every notification, every doubt, every temptation. Hill's principle of concentration is about becoming someone whose mind stays on course, whose actions align with purpose. Think of Serena Williams, whose every swing was an act of focus, a refusal to let noise or pressure sway her. Your focus is your power. Become the person who concentrates, because a focused mind is a magnet for success. And as you act, cultivate. Patience, not the passive kind, but the active patience of a farmer tending their fields. Hill believed success often comes slowly, that transformation compounds over time. Nelson Mandela became the person who attracted success through decades of action, speaking, organizing, enduring. His patience was action, trusting the harvest. Would come. Become the person who is patient, because every small action today is a seed for tomorrow's triumph. But success isn't just about you. It's about the ripple effect of who you become. Every choice, every action, every moment of courage shapes the world around you. Hill's philosophy was about creating a legacy through becoming, about leaving a mark that outlives you. Malala became the person who attracted success, not just for herself, but for millions. Her voice a magnet for change. Your transformation is a gift to the world. Become the person who inspires, because success flows through those who lift others. And as you inspire, embrace the power of decision. Hill saw every action as a choice, a decision to become someone greater, to reject fear, to claim your destiny. Rosa Parks became the person who attracted change with one quiet act of defiance. Her decision wasn't loud. It was profound. Your decisions don't need to be grand to be powerful. Become the person who decides, because every choice you make shapes the person success seeks. Action is also about momentum. Hill believed that when you become the person who acts, the universe aligns with you. Opportunities multiply. Resources appear. People rally to your cause. Jeff Bezos became the person who attracted success by acting on a simple idea, selling books online, that sparked a chain reaction. Every action you take creates momentum, a force that carries you forward. Become the person who moves, because momentum is the tide that lifts you to your dreams. But becoming that person requires courage, the courage to act when you're unsure, to believe when you're doubted, to rise when you're broken. Hill's philosophy was about becoming someone who faces fear and transforms it into fuel. Courage is what made Harriet Tubman a guide, Lincoln a leader, Edison a visionary. It's what makes you a magnet for success. Become the person who is courageous, because courage is the spark that draws opportunity to you. And as you act with courage, embrace joy. Becoming the person who attracts success isn't just about effort. It's about finding fulfillment in the journey. Hill believed that true success is a life of meaning, where every action aligns with your purpose. Think of Walt Disney, whose joy in creating drew millions to his magic. Your joy is your strength. Become the person who radiates joy, because success is attracted to those who live with passion. You stand now at the edge of your becoming. Behind you lies the familiar, the life of doubt, of waiting, of settling for less. Ahead lies the person you were born to be, a magnet for success, a force of purpose and action. The choice is yours, but know this. Success isn't something you find. It's something you attract by becoming someone extraordinary. Napoleon Hill didn't just study success. He uncovered the truth that transformation is the key to greatness. Every person he studied, Edison, Carnegie, Ford, Tubman, Lincoln, became someone who drew success through their courage, their clarity, their unrelenting will. So become that person. Become the person who believes, who acts, who rises above fear and doubt. You are not your past. You are not your failures. You are the architect of your destiny, the creator of your legacy, the magnet for your dreams. Let your purpose be your fire, your actions, your proof, your faith, your fuel. The world is waiting for who you'll become, someone whose vision, whose courage, whose transformation changes everything. Become the person who attracts success, not someday, but now. This moment, this breath, this choice, be the one, act, become.